Hello and welcome back to the What is K-pop podcast, wherein which it's my birthday. With well, I say it's my birthday. I mean, as in I'm recording this for my birthday, but it's not actually my birthday, which I feel like you could probably tell by when I'm like uploading this because it goes up. So it'll probably go up at like 7 in the morning on my birthday. And as much as I like talking, I don't really like talking too early in the morning. You know, I like you all, but not enough to wake up very early in the morning and, do this for 7 in the morning on my birthday. I'm also trying to, if you can hear some piping, I'm trying to look to see if that can't speak to see if today's episode has been uploaded because I was having a wee bit of trouble with yes it is uploaded, that's good. I was having a wee bit of trouble with if eyes and cat's eyes episode from what it would have been yesterday's actually. Like I kept on saying that it was still private, even though I had views. So I was just kind of a bit like, you do you, boo, you do you. Very strange. But yeah, things are going well in what is K-pop landia. As for me, if I'm gonna be honest, headaches. Headaches are a problem for me right now. It's like every so often I'll just get them really annoyingly. Just like regular headaches. And don't worry, it's a thing in the family to just have headaches. And I don't know how my mum deals with them because I just want to like be like I don't know, not like asleep and like not with like my mum typically has like a flannel on her head when she has like a migraine headache thing. I hate flannels. Like the only time I have them on is when it's like super duper hot. But I just want a nice calm room with a nice K drama on to watch and just no one messing with my space. Does that make any sense to anyone else? Maybe. I don't know. But today we are talking about some of the things in K-pop that I find funny. Yeah. Some of them are kind of ridiculous, but then others I don't know, find funny, yeah. And I was watching actually. There's this person on YouTube called BP Editor, like Blackpink Editor, and they have like the funniest moment, like idol moments series, and like their first video got like over 1 million views. And some of the moments are from that I just generally find funny. Other ones are just things that I know from K-pop that I just generally find funny. Yeah. I don't know. Just like random little ha ha he he bits that maybe you'd be like, why? Why do you find that funny? And if I'm going to be honest with you, I don't actually know. Out of everything in my life, I don't know why I find some things to be funny. It's just the way that it is. So, in no particular yeah, order. We have Esper's supernova AI images, and they're like towards the end and it's like stills of the girls and somehow they've like done their faces so that they're moving like their faces are moving as they would be singing it. Like I don't know how to explain. They've AI'd their faces to move how they would do if they're singing. And I don't know why, but it's particularly Karina's and Giselle's that I just find to be the most funny. Supernova. I'm trying to find them because it's so strange. AI scene. Yeah, but to be fair, I feel like all of them are a bit weird. Yeah, she's got like the hand on the not the basket, the football goal thing, and it was just so weird. It was so unbelievably weird. So, I mean, like, I get that obviously they have like an AI concept and they have like virtual members and all that, but that just like it sent me when I first watched it. And I was like, what am I doing with my life? Like, what? Why am I into K pop? Like, why am I doing this? And like, I watched it in front of my sister one time. Like, I was watching it and she just came in and she like looked at it and she was like, okay. She's pretty chill about these sorts of things. But on that same vein of like the whole Armageddon album, I actually can't listen to Armageddon, like the actual song, when my sister's in the house. She's banned that song in the house because she cannot stand the Armageddon it done part. She can't do it. So currently my sister is out, so I can listen to it, but not really. I can't fully enjoy that song. No, it's fine. I just listen to it quietly, and she seems to be chill about it. So next we have like I don't know what comeback it was from. The G Idol's fake nails. Fake nails. I'll just be getting like the pictures so I can see them. It's just too good. Bad fake. I feel like I need to put bad G Idol bad fake nails. Cause yeah, it's this one. Good lord. When they became idol, 'cause they renamed themselves. How fun. Does it say I think it might have been for Klaxon, but the orange nails, like it looks yeah, it looks super duper thick. It's like disgustingly textured, and like it just looks as though that she had the nails prepped already, didn't realize that Soyeon's nails weren't actually like that, and we're just like, oh shit, like we've just got to put them on. And also they're like curved a little bit too, which it is kind of like that. Like some nails can be like that, but not really. And like Soyeon's nails have kind of been a bit uncannily weird. Oh, now I'm looking at it properly. I'm just like, oh, this is kind of gross. Yeah. Yeah, it just kind of seems like I feel like some people, their nails kind of can look cute long, but then, like, I don't think Soyeon fits the nail shape that they're trying to put on her, if that makes any sense. Like, for me, when we were going to Center Parks, I decided that I wanted to get like my nails done. But the thing is that I accidentally booked for acrylics to be done. So like extension acrylics, and never again. I am never doing that again because firstly, if there's one thing that you should know about me as like a person, it's that I will gladly get my hands dirty. Like I am the type of person that loves like slimy stuff. Baking, I love baking. I love gardening. I love gardening. I like just like cleaning. I do a lot of things that involve obviously my hands, and it means that I can't really have long nails. And also from like um what's it called? A sensory standpoint, I can't stand having nails because like I really like being able to feel things with like the very tips of my fingers. And if you can't really do that with long nails. So I had them done on the Friday before we went on holiday. And then I think it must have been like the Wednesday. I I think I've even mentioned it on the podcast actually that I did whilst we were out there. I was going into my like extra wardrobe because we had like both me and my sister had like twin beds. So obviously there was two wardrobes in there. I went into the second one and somehow I must have caught my finger on the wardrobe and it like bent in my actual nail back, and oh my god. I have never felt pain like that before in my life. Like, it was horrific. Like, as in, I wanted to go full on goblin mode and rip the nails off. It was that horrid. It was awful. It was horrible. And like by the Friday, so we came back on the Friday. I spent that afternoon just going goblin mode on my nails, and it was horrible. Obviously, my nails were super, like, dry and brittle and just, like, like, the nail what's it called? Like, the bed was just, like, all flaky and gross, and it was horrible, and, like, I think obviously, like, that was just I don't think that the nail place is bad or anything. It seemed all right in cleanliness. And, I've seen other people's nails, they look fine. I think it's just because, first of all, I've never gotten my nails done like that before. I am very clumsy as well, and, like, I'm not really built for having extensions on my nails. Like, I'm not built for that shit. So, having that experience, I think I'm alright with fake nails, like, I get it. I get it as, like, a fashion statement, and, like, I love seeing general idols' nails in comebacks, but for me, I don't think I could do it again. But if I well, maybe if I was to, I'd have it a lot shorter, and I'm sure that the nail tech would just be like, "Does she even want these fake nails on? Like, she's barely having anything." Just like, "Mm, go a little bit down, a little bit further down. Do it some more, please." Oh, God, the pain. So, Lara from Cat and Cat Time. Lara chucking Yunche off the balcony in Gnarly. That whole video could just be a point in and of itself. It is iconic, genuine, so funny. Yeah, so when it came out, I remember where I was sitting. Obviously, I was sitting at my kitchen table and I said to my mum, "Oh, I just want to listen to Cat's Eye's new video." She was like, "Okay, fine." So I was just sitting there at the kitchen table. She was boiling herself some eggs for breakfast, like boiled eggs. And all I could do, like, when I was watching it, I was like, "What am I watching? I love it." Like, it was so chaotic. Like, I don't even know, like, how to explain just the chaos that was Gnarly, but then also the good chaos and bad chaos that was Gnarly. There was 2 flies that were mating in the video. There was obviously Yoonchae being chucked off the balcony. I might even have to, like, pull up the video so I could, like, watch it on mute a minute just to remember everything that happened because it was just so weird. Yeah, Yoonchae is in, like, a basket of food. Like, they obviously make a sandwich, and when they say the Hollywood Hill like, part in the Hollywood Hills, there's, like, this kind of bad sound bite that people are now kicking off about because of it sounding really bad. Like, Megan turns into some cheese. There's, like, eggs that are being fried on a stove that look like a face, kind of. They just are in a fridge, and it's just so weird. It's, like, waiting a little bit longer. Also, like, Sophia, if I'm gonna be honest, was hardly in the video. Like, I kind of low key like, she got lost in the sauce, to be perfectly honest. Like, Manon, that was her era, and I love that for her. Megan was like crowd surfing. Also, I love Manon's hair, like the bob. I love that for her. Also, behind the scenes, like, Megan's dyslexic, so she couldn't actually, like, read what was on the cake. And it was just so weird. Also, like, people were kicking off because Yoonchae, like, opened a bottle of, what they assumed to be, like, champagne, but it was actually just sparkling water. Like, it's just so weird. And, like, they kept on telling the girls to be more, like, energetic. And then they started going a bit funky. And they had to be like, calm down, stop being weird. Yeah, it was just so weird. And, like, the Takis thing, like, it took me a minute to realize what a Taki was because I'm English, so they're not really a thing here. But, like, the editing is just so unbelievably weird. Like, there's this one scene with the reporters that everyone's saying is AI, which I'm like, yeah, fair enough, but that's just the way things go these days. And CGI is a thing, which is like computer generated images, which is essentially AI, but like not fully, it's like adjacent to it. It runs along the same track. And it was very strange. I also loved all of the like live outfits and stuff from their promotions in Korea. And I especially liked how I'm saying a lot. Yoonchae did a dance challenge with Jelly from Eunice, and they're the same age, but you would not believe it. I'm just like, Yoonchae would be so different if she'd actually been. She was originally like training in the company that eventually went on to make Eisner. So I wonder if she ended up in Island 2 and she ended up in Eisner. What would have happened to her? Like, she would have been lost. Like, that girl is thriving in Cat's Eye. We love that for her. But also just Cat's Eye in general is just on a different plane of existence, and I love that for them. And I aspire to be that chaotic in my everyday life. Another thing I find funny are like the squeaking sounds of shoes during dance practice videos. I don't know why, but it's so weird. My neighbour's phone is going off in the distance. So if you can hear ringing, I do apologise for that. I just love super squeaky shoes. I don't know why. I'm trying to think of exact moments. Maybe in Cat's Eye too. Gnarly too. I think 17 does it a lot. P1 Harmony. Just like in general, I just like that. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that yeah, the episode did go out. Cortis, the new boy group from Big Hit. I think there was quite a bit of squeaking in there. One, I have actually been listening to their music in the hopes of doing a review, but I don't know, it's just kind of coming, and if I do put it out, then it's that on that. But yeah, for right now, by the way, just courses in general, they're alright. I do like their what seems to be their concept of like teenage daydream. We are like a load of with a bunch of lads and we're out here having fun. Like I really do like that. It's like obviously the oldest member's like 20 and the youngest member is 16. So it is around about that age to have fun. Well, you could have fun at any age, but you know what I mean? Like you are growing up a little bit and you've got a little bit more responsibility. Like you're able to be a bit more responsible with your life now. So you're able to kind of go out and have that bit of fun. And so it's like kind of your your first experiences out in the big wide world, which is nice. Obviously, it's not really tailored towards me exactly because I am a little bit out of that age range now, but they are still good. Yeah, I really do like their performance. There was what I want or whatever that Women's song's called. So yeah, Joshua from 17, just him as a person, just chaotic. I love that for him. Standout moments in Going 17. Going 17 is like him just being him. When he was like running, but running really like strangely, just like the strange running. And the fact that he decided to go into the bathroom, pretend he was in the rain with an umbrella, dumping a bottle of water on his head, and particularly also him correcting 17's English is 10/10 for me. It's just too good. I wonder if I can find it because there's one where Mingyu says, "Do you want to have fun?" and or something like that, and Joshua's just like, "Are you ready to have some fun?" And Mingyu's just confused. He's like, "What did I say wrong? I don't get it." Or SHOT shoot, and he's like SS no SHOOT, and Mingyu's just like, what? I said it wrong. Yeah, I've got it. Or just like the moments where he like pronounces something in a like pronounces something in English but with a Korean accent. That always gets me. Like that was just it's just too good. Yeah, so I'm just like quickly looking at one of the moments and one of the members says, "My use is yours, is you." And he's like, "My youth, my youth." And like, what? I did it wrong? Like what happened? Like you said, let's make some fun. And Joshua was just like, let's have some fun. I mean, it's not like wrong, but if you want to be precise, and I guess it is wrong, but it gets me. Or there was a moment pre-debut when I think it was yeah, it was Joshua, Sungkwan, and Jihoon. And Joshua's like correcting Sungkwan's English, but he's not really looking at Sungkwan. Like he's looking at the piece of paper. and like Sun Quan's just like staring him down like daggers, and Ji-hoon's just Woozy, by the way. He's just like in the background, just cackling, and it's like this bitch is gonna be in trouble. But it's actually kind of sweet though, you know. Because like Joshua just, I just guess that he wants them to sound as good as they can do in in all those situations. Like obviously that he had 10, I think. Yeah. Yeah, 11 Korean teachers. Is that no? Yeah, 10 Korean teachers. To kind of do that back to him. So he's giving it to him. Oh, and another moment is that he's correcting Sun Quan saying touched it, not touched. But I mean, I guess I don't know. You do you. So yeah, that is Joshua. Just pure Joshua. Can I think of any other moments off the top of my head? No, no, I can't. Drunk Itzy. Oh my god. This one just, I don't know why, but it is a right corker, this one is. So it's specifically Yeji, but she is just focused so much on getting, I assume to be like noodles, rice noodles on from her chopsticks onto her spoon, and she's like so focused on it, and Leah just kind of comes into frame and just makes this funny face, but Yeji is just so focused on this spoon of noodles, and is just amazing. It's just so good. Big Bang next, particularly Taeyang. I think you can guess what it is. You're a bomb. I guess like also the Dive Studios version, which I know that like is being boycotted. I remember. I just need to. I don't know what's happening anymore. But it's in Get Real, and it's when Harry PH1 comes to visit just after Boys Planet started airing, so a couple of years ago now at this point. But they're talking about, yeah, I think they're just talking generally about Big Bang. And yeah, they just start talking about the really awkward moment with Taeyang where he's like saying thank you to all of his fans, but it's the way that he does it. I'm trying to like get it back because I was watching it the other day, and I just keep on laughing at it, and my dad, like, he just is like, "Are you okay?" So I got it up on the TV and I'm just like watching it. But like how he says it, he's also kind of singing, and he goes like she thank you in Chinese, I think. And like it's just cemented in my memory. And he says bonjour for some reason, and I don't know if he doesn't, I don't know if he doesn't know that bonjour is hello in French. But it's just so good and so silly. And he's been memed for this for ages. Like it happened back in like 2014, and he's still being memed about it today. And like it's reached me. So if that's any indication of how far this has gone, then it's gone pretty far. Like I think I found out about it when Boys Planet were airing actually. Like obviously when the episode came out. So it was about, yeah, about 2 years into me doing it all. Luckily it's got the subtitles on there so I can still see what he's saying, even though like obviously you can't hear it. Which I'm just gonna carry on. I'm gonna, once this episode's finished, I'm gonna just sit down and just laugh laugh to it. But yeah, it's the bonjour. And in the Get Real episode as well, Harry like says the intro to Get Real. And like I don't know why Harry doesn't sing more, because his voice is actually really good. Like he's more of a rapper. Or maybe I just don't consume. I've not really listened to much of his music, so I don't know if like he doesn't sing that much, but his singing voice is just so good. Another Get Real moment, I think. Yeah. Eric asking Ashley if he can call her bitch na choi. But like Ashley from Ladies Code, Right, her Korean name is Bitna, and how I guess it can be read. It sounds obviously like the English word bitch, basically. And so when her teachers would say her name, they would be like, "Oh, B-I-C-H na Choi," and Ashley would have to be like, "Oh, it's been there," and Eric just goes like, "Oh, can I start calling you bitch now then?" And Ashley's like, gives him a glare, and that one was good because I don't know why on earth it didn't occur to like people that maybe she had a Korean name because obviously she wasn't born in the US. She was born in Korea and then moved over at some point. So I don't know. Also, just for like random shits and gigs. Again, I don't know if I've mentioned this. I've talked so much about my own life, but I know that like when you create a Korean name, you should ask like a Korean person what sort of name would fit you. But I kind of like bypass that, which is kind of bad. Don't do this. Like I just thought, wouldn't it be easier to like for I don't know like fan fiction thing, to work out what my name means, which means wisdom, and then figure out what the Korean word for wisdom is, and I just sort of kind of was like my that is my name. And it is actually a name in Korean. So yeah, it's GK. If you are curious, it's just wisdom. It's just wisdom. That's what my name means. Like as a because like all names have meanings. Well, or whatever. I don't know. It's a weird thing, and it goes back um to etymology, but or something. But yeah. Next one, we have San from 80s. He was drunk and he was trying so hard in those drinking games. Like he was putting in the effort. He looked like he was about to fall asleep, but he carried on. Also, like he's on anesthesia is also like a good one. That's like one of their most popular, I think, episodes of their variety show. But basically, what it was is that Hong Joon decided that he wanted to have all the members go through like a health checkup at the start of, I think it was 2024, 2023. And so, like, as a part of that, I think, yeah, you get colonoscopies, which is like a camera up your ass. So delicate, so polite, and obviously they had to like get anesthesia, and we saw them after the anesthesia. And Jung Ho, he was all right. He was fine. But Woo Young, he was a chatty. He was a chatter McChatter, which is also me when I've had anesthesia too, if you're curious. Because I got my tooth done, I had everything that needs to be done, and so I got it done at this clinic place, and I could not stop talking was what the technician and the actual dentist man said. Apparently I started talking about this guy I liked in Sainsbury's, which is hilarious because I hadn't been to Sainsbury's in years, and also I'm not into guys. So that was a funny old thing. And like when we got it back into the car to like go home, I like said to my mum, this was so weird, but I said to my mum, I want to phone my sister. I want to phone Bexing. And they were like, okay, we're not going to stop you. And so I did, but I wasn't really fully with it at that moment. So it's just like, I don't know what's going on, Bexy, but hi. And my mum was like, "Yeah, she's fine. She's just gotten out of her appointment. She's good. She is a-okay. Well, as a-okay as I could be." But yeah, also afterwards, my mum, like I wasn't allowed to go up the stairs, but my mum had gone for a rest. So I like had to low key, high key crawl up the stairs because like when you've been under like local anesthetic, you can be a little bit wobbly afterwards. So I like kind of creepily crawled up the stairs, and my mum was just like getting out of bed, and she like looked down the stairs and she saw me crawling up them, and she was like, "Right, okay, what you doing, Sophie?" And I was like, "Coming to wake you up." Yeah, that was good. Sunny rolling his eyes whilst on live. Basically what happened was that a fan commented that Sunu's really pretty, and I think it was Jane. Yeah, 'cause it was Jane, Nikki, and Sunu said like, "No, he's not." And so Sunu just rolled his eyes and was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry, I forgot I was on live." And it made Jay and Nikki laugh, and it was just too good, too good. Next one is it's actually a really, really funny story. So I was talking about this with my mum actually the other day about how Jimin released an album called Face a couple of years ago, and I decided that I wanted to pre-order it because I really liked his pre-release Set Me Free Part 2. So I like pre-ordered it and stuff. And I ordered it also with The Dreaming by Monster X. And like I wasn't expecting the album to come like soon, obviously, because it had like been it was a little bit before like the album was to be released. And also I was expecting, obviously, because I thought that the album was going to do really well, which it did, that I wouldn't get it for a few days. So like I got The Dreaming perfectly fine, was just like waiting. And then I get an email through from HMV saying, we posted um Face for you. We've posted the album for you. It's going to be arriving in a few days. And I was like, I think 4 or 5 days before the album was due to be released, which I was like, okay. I mean, I wasn't going to question it. I didn't quite honestly, I just don't really care about that sort of stuff. And so I was just like going about my life. And then I get an email through from Royal Mail, which is like the way that it's like shipped, it goes through Royal Mail. And it was 48-hour like postage thing, like 2-day postage. And I was like, okay, this is interesting. So I was just like on my emails again, and it comes up like the night before your album's going to be delivered tomorrow. Like 2 days before the album's meant to be released. And I was like, what? What are you talking about? So I get to that morning and I was like saying to my mum over and over again, I was like, Mum, I really don't think this album's going to come today. Like, it's a day before the album's meant to be released. Like, this should not be happening. Like, this is like really scary. Like, what if I get in trouble for listening to it? Like, somehow they know that I had the album a day early. And so, like, someone was like, Sophie, it's going to be fine. You paid for it. You are all good. Sometimes I need that. Sometimes I need a little slap with reality. She didn't actually hit me, but like, I needed that slap of reality. And so the album comes. Keith, our postman, delivers it. And I was on the floor. I was like, my God, I am the only, like, probably one of the only people on this God given earth who hasn't probably listened to the album before this. I have it. Like, I could listen to this right now. So, what do you think I did? You're probably already like, well, you obviously listened to it. You'd be right. I did listen to it. It was wonderful. Like I listened to it the whole way through. The first, how many tracks was it? And I can't remember because I've not listened to it that much afterwards. Super daisy. The first 6 songs. So I listened to it originally and I was going through the album anyway. I was just wanted to look at the photo book and then I see a blank page or what appears to be a blank page. And me being my sneaky ass, I do a little bit of investigating. And obviously, I can't really do much on the internet, but what I can do is like use good old fashioned a torch basically. I used a torch and I saw that it was another song, right? And so I start trying to translate it, but I'm not Korean. I don't speak Korean, so I don't know what it says. And like I tried to translate the title and I think I got to like friend. I think I found friends in it, but it was a long time ago now. And so I was like, oh shit, it must be like a secret track. And like I go through the album again, but there isn't a seventh track on that. You know why there isn't a 7th track? It's because on the Like Crazy English version, it's actually 10 minutes. And once the 3 minutes and 30 seconds of the Like Crazy finishes, there's then a 2-minute and 45-second interlude before it starts with Letter. And that's the hidden track. And it has some vocals from Jungkook in it. And I remember when like the album officially dropped, everyone was going crazy about this hidden track. And I was just like, clever, 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 clever. So that was like the weird, funny thing that happened. I also like posted a review about it on for HMV, and I think it might be on like the listing maybe. I don't know. Let's have a look. And I said like, oh, I got it a day early, and they were like, oh, that's cool. They didn't like be like, oh my god, what do you mean? They were just like, oh, cool. So I guess maybe it's okay because I didn't post anything about it. Like I mean, I will admit I did want to because, it's cool and, it's chaotic to do that and, all that good stuff. But I was like, you know what I shouldn't do? I shouldn't post about the fact that I have this album and potentially, have fans at me saying like, oh no you didn't. You're lying. Even though I know that I wasn't. Like, you do in fact never know how people are going to react to that sort of stuff. It's also really warm in here, so I'm like kind of suffering. Is it going to load, I wonder? Also, quick drink break. It was invisible face version, if you're curious. Also, it has like these big cards inside, photo cards in it. Not like the small ones, but about an A5 to piece of card. And they have sun damage on them. So oops, don't leave them out in the sun. They don't have reviews on here, which is unfortunate. But yeah, they replied saying, oh, that's cool. So that was a good old funny experience. Next we have is Jessie. She fell down the stairs during some sort of program, and that's like an iconic moment. Boys Planet, the HOT audition cover is just like hilariously bad. And I'd love to know what those kids are doing now. What happened to them? When did they get eliminated? Because we know that they weren't in Zero Base One. Like, what happened to them? I'd love to know. Chaeyoung from Eyes One trying to explain about her sisters and her dogs, and just that the entire episode with like her impersonating Pingu, and that guy just finding it extremely funny and also being so confused. That entire episode is just so good. And then lastly, Chu from Luna thinking everyone's gay. Like she was filming for something, and there was two guys just sitting and celebrating because it was one of theirs birthdays, and she like starts to sing, and she was like, oh, what are you celebrating? And he was like, oh, it's my friend's birthday. And she was just like, oh, cool, happy birthday. And it was so good. Yeah, that is some of the things in K-pop that I find to be funny. I should probably try and be a bit more organized next time I try and do something like this, but chaos is just how I do things. But yeah. Thank you as always for listening. It's always been an absolute pleasure being able to do this for a year and a half and to be able to celebrate another birthday with you lot. So yeah, thank you as always, and I'll talk to you guys again very, very soon. Bye.